Alright, we're almost at the fucking lever.
There are those
Fucking-
tears coming down the face of that fountain. I think that represents what most fans of the series thought of this game.
Again, Dweebs, you'd be surprised. There are a lot of people who actually like this game, and I don't understand why.
Newbies.
I guess maybe for the combat, maybe, but no, not really. At the end of the day,
It's like we said before. There's more to like about the DMC reboot than there is this game.
yeah, I have to say, at least if you skip the story of the DMC reboot, the combat is actually more varied and fun on its own.
And the
At least
definitive
for
edition.
at least for the definitive edition. I wouldn't say that even for the classic one because of the 30 frames and the limited options. But at least the definitive edition fixes that.
So there was just an enemy chilling in the corner there quietly.
Who are you to judge, Jova?
You know, shouldn't that enemy's blood also be invisible?
I don't know. I don't even know how it works with this, Jova. They're just invisible until you actually... Oh, they're not even that invisible. They're just translucid. I think that's the term.
Like, what's even the point of having them be invisible if you can see their outlines and you can still touch them?
I don't know. Anyway, what I'm... Also, that clipping. What I'm supposed to do, there is run off the wall here. Come on,
You
Tail.
think you'd be able to just climb the vegetation there, but nope.
Yeah, well, honestly, the series never had that kind of element to begin with of climbing the vegetation and whatnot.
I think it's just
But-
the way that it's textured looks like it should be climbable,
Yeah.
though.
Well, honestly, those leaf texture looks like shit, even for PS2 days. It's a combination of elements in general, but the game looks so unpleasant, even in the past sections.
Ah.
And also, yeah, the camera doesn't help you here.
And you know, okay. For some people may have complained about, you know, the future vision sections in the first game making things somewhat too easy, but this game goes the opposite direction. Oh, and suddenly an enemy just appeared there.
Well, the assassins just spawn from the rooftops, you know.
But the weird
So
thing
that's
is that
common
they
for all
didn't.
the enemy types.
The weird thing is that enemy didn't even really attack you; it just appeared behind you.
Also, the
Yeah,
weapon
okay.
we carry looks similar
Making
to
an enemy-
Dumblings.
Trying to make an enemy invisible is kind of meaningless. when
Oh
you
my
still
god,
have
the prince
outline.
actually spoke.
But were they paying Robin Atkintown's by the word or
Wait.
something?
Oh. I
Yeah,
guess that's our
I
hint where to go.
Yeah, essentially we need to go there, and that will lead us to another portal to get back to this room in the past, so we can actually activate the lever.
So what? No encounter with the Dahar.
Dahaka, actually,
Dahaka.
but well, maybe that's the clue, that's the clue, Jova. Maybe he's actually more closer than we really think, especially since we remember we are in the present, where he's actually hunting us.
The problem is that he's a lot more predictable because obviously he's only really going to start chasing you in areas that are long and narrow so you can have time to run, since that's sort of how his sequences go.
Well, a sporty, for you
Let's-
to jump.
Look, in Resident Evil...
Oh, speaking of which, hello there.
Oh. So...
And
Huh!
it just kills the enemy for no reason at all.
Okay, okay, that was kind of... So,
That
he
just knocks the freaks
So
out.
he kills the enemy, and that knocks us over here, and helps us.
Alright, time to get the fuck away again. Whee!
Is he actually climbing down the ladder after us?
No, he's jumping and shit. Oh shit. Yeah, I miscalculated here.
Whoa! Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. Time affects the also mighty Dahaka.
Dahaka. That actually gives you a cool Easter egg. The Dahaka, I don't think it happens in this playthrough, but the Dahaka, when you can actually hear him speaking sometimes, and when he does, he speaks in reverse.
Of
If you use the
course.
time rewind, you can actually hear what he's saying during the time reverse section.
Huh. That's
I mean,
nice.
does it just boil down to die, Prince, die?
Something like that, something like you cannot escape fate or something. Yeah,
Sounds
whatever you
not
say,
bad
buddy.
worth it.
And
And
I
the
guess
music
that's
stopped.
it. So
No,
is
he's still chasing me, but the music stopped.
What?
Was that a glitch or something?
Yeah, again, this game is full house of glitches. Again, the glitch gremlin had a field day with this shit. Alright, what we need to do is actually very good. Under this roof, very good, there should be...
I wonder what the glitch gremlin would look like if we gave it a physical form. Would it look like missing though?
How
Well,
good.
according to the AVGN, it looks like a weird elf, green elf dude with a red shirt. And there we go.
Water! My one weakness! No!
Truly. Nah. You can't do anything.
Is this the Wicked Witch of the West twin brother or something?
Seriously? So we just have to get through a door of water and curses foiled again.
Yeah, really, just...
Why
Well,
can't
the
he
good news is
warp?
that this is a new portal, so it will grant us either a new power or a new sand tank.
Oh, how convenient he chased us to the area of the next portal.
Well, it's the prince who has found the way. It's more convenient the way that was leaked.
No, I mean seriously, the fact that he even used an enemy to punch us all the way across to the right area so that we could traverse.
Alright, let's enter in and go back to the past. Again.
You know, the Dahaka has been able to teleport, right?
Yeah, but not in time. So for now, it cannot
No,
call us in the past.
No, I get that. I'm just asking, why couldn't he teleport past the door of water?
Actually, but I guess it's
So water
some
is like
sort of
kryptonite.
barrier.
So water's like kryptonite to him. I guess being close to it weakens him.
But that's also very good. The texture of the fountain is completely missing.
What?
Oh my god, this game keeps delivering. It
Yes.
just does.
Yes, it does.
It's one of the rare things that keeps, it's one of the few things that actually makes me keep going with this, because at least it amazes me how shitty this game can be.
Yep.
Although again, I'm not
Wow.
encouraged to replay this anytime soon.
Wow, this mook is ballsy. He's taken, like, having his neck broken, backed into a corner, hit multiple times, and has somehow managed to put up a fight against you and is lasting this long.
That's the problem with the mooks. Unless you perform these specific, acrobatic moves, sorta, you cannot attack them directly because they start pairing all of your attacks after 2 hits. I guess on one hand it's cool enough because it forces you to keep changing strategy, but on another it's annoying because sometimes you get swarmed by 4 or 5 enemies and you need to handling all of them at once. I think that's being consistent also in Assassin's Creed, so yeah. Okay.
Squeal.
Run it. This game gives me something else to talk about soon.
Okay, there you
It's just
go.
getting dull.
That's where we need to go. But for now, I was gonna explore a bit the. There you go. We need to. Oh fuck shit. We need to, in order to get there, we need to actually activate that pressure plate, I think. Come on. There we go.
Come on.
Come
Also,
on.
again, no music. This is so jarring. Oh, okay, thanks. All right, yeah, this type of contraption is one of those where you need the time slow maneuver.
No sound effects.
I mean, they'd be cool in most games, but in this game that's trying to be super serious, rock hard, solid, it stands out.
Yeah.
It's also a combination of this and the fact that the music cuts out constantly. There we go. Alright, this also creates a shortcut because in this party, if you don't remember, we were just there in the past, but thanks to the actions of the Dahaka breaking that wall, now we can access to those areas, and pulling down that ladder can allows us to reach this part. There we go. Yeah, I get it, Teal. Stop using the camera. And now, for some reason, the effect of the torch start burning up. I don't get it, game.
You know, I'm pretty
The
sure
sound
that
the sound designer of this game should be fired, or
we're
at least the one of the port.
so we now have invisible fire.
Sure.
This is brilliant. Don't you see, guys? It's brilliant. Invisible enemies and invisible fire that can't even burn you. It's just invisible fire that makes the sound of fire. It's truly a unique concept. As unique as the invisible citizens in Kingdom Hearts worlds. Seriously.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the same type of contraption as the one that lets you get in the room with the hourglass. So there you go. Just need to pull this lever and then enter when
Wow.
the door is closing.
This sound design is truly grating. Like, I think I may be more annoyed here than I am with the sound design in Fairy Fencer F.
Well, at least in that one, you can customize it to your will, and it actually stacks. You know, you don't get sequence where the music just cuts out. Although I would be really glad if the trumpet theme just didn't came in every 5 seconds. You know.
Yeah. And
But
yet,
I still take Sonic Adventures 2 overlapping dialogue over music over this.
Which reminds me,
gee.
there's a guy out there
Yes?
who's trying to basically
what? Why were you?
Camera problems. Go ahead, Pedro.
there's a guy on YouTube who's trying his best to fix the sound mixing in Sonic Adventure 2, and he's doing a great job at it. He's planning
So
on
he's
eventually
creating a
releasing
mod
mod
for the
of-
PC version.
Yeah, and he's already shown some cutscenes demonstrating his work, and it's pretty fucking it's like a world of difference.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I don't think it requires that much hard work. I mean, I don't know how it works, but don't you just need to lower the volume of the music and actually pump up instead the one of
Well,
the
the thing is,
dialogue?
from what I can tell, he's not even modding the PC version. He's actually modding the GameCube version because that's still the better
okay.
one.
I get it. There we go. There you go. This is the actual room with the lever we need to activate finally. But to be fair, it's actually one of the coolest puzzles in the entire game.
Nice.
What you need to do is actually to reach these. It's similar to the ones with the fountains that we've seen before, where you need to move the statues in order to make the water flush in some particular directions. The new element in this one is that you actually need to climb along the way, so you don't need to push the stat. You need to push the stat in specific direction before climbing on them and then moving on. There we go. First, a bit of a cleanup.
You will show me the proper respect.
Yeah, your mom. There we go.
Your mum's doing stuff.
Your mom was so fat.
Yeah. Your mum's so fat. I thought she was the temple.
Dweebs, apparently, according to the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, it works against the Kingpin, so yeah. God, that Ultimate.
Yeah, it's gone to the
Universe is
point
stupid.
now where I'm resorting to your jokes.
There we go.
What else could there be?
No, don't worry. All right, Dweebs. Since now, oh yeah, there's also one of those artwork treasure, but I don't think I'm gonna bother. Since now the area is clear, I can start moving, and you'll see. Each lever controls a specific set of the fountains, so you see exactly where they're going. The goal is, as you can see, to make the water flush in the two specific direction. There we go. Weirdly enough, it will not open this particular door. Instead, it will open a different one. That door instead will be used later on for another section of the game.
Your mom's so fat. I thought there was a new undiscovered island.
What we need to do first, this also gives you an idea on where exactly you need to go. What we need to do now is to use the platform on the right and to jump on the column that's right in front of it. I think. Come on, Prince. Actually, no, alright, I actually got wrong. No, yeah, we need to use the... Well, the position was still correct, but we need to use the one on the left, right.
For a
There
second,
we
I
go.
thought it said that. For a second, I thought it said you actually got drunk while playing this game.
I wish, Dibs. This game would but remember still, Dibs, I still need to beat this game, so if I was drunk, I would really probably screw up or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, there you go, now it's the right time. Okay, now I need to jump here, and then position myself on the column rear. Now, from this point on, it's actually pretty easy. It's a matter of reaching the right platform now. It was just a starting point, a bit of a... There you go. Also, there you go. The model is all the models are clipping through the vegetation. Oh my god.
You know, that's all
Luke?
background
Yes,
stuff.
Yeah.
This is
I
all
mean,
background
that
stuff.
means also it was like in the PS2 version, apparently.
And they looked at this. They thought, you know what? This looks fine. Like, you know, normally when stuff clips, it's models that, you know, are not native to the environment. Models that can move around. These were programmed in that way.
I actually haven't tried it, but I'm asking, at least I guess you, Pedro. Is the Silent Hill HD collection worse than this?
Yes, the Silent HD collection is god awful. Like,
Who even made it?
don't know. I think it was Konami themselves.
I'll check.
Yeah, I find the most thing I remember it was the fog textures completely fucked up.
You know,
And also, they replaced some of the signs with Comic Sans.
Japanese publishers usually are really.
Oh! It was made by a group called Hijinks Studios. And what
Never
happened
heard
was,
of them.
Konami lost the source code for Silent Hill 2 3, so they had to work with unfinished versions of those games.
why not
So
just
I'll-
rebuild
I'll-
it from the ground up?
Which is what? Well, that's the thing, Jova. That's what they did, but they fucked up. Unlike Square Enix, who actually got their ass up to redo Kingdom Hearts from the get-go.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, well, here's the thing, though, Tio. According to the report, they used unfinished versions like that. Isn't that kind of
Yeah.
just asking for trouble?
Yeah, if it's a problem with not having the source code anymore, just do what Bluepoint usually does. Bluepoint actually refuses to get the source code from the companies. They say that they prefer going to the actual official disk and reverse engineer that, because they say that a lot of times a lot of polishing stuff up that never goes only on the disk and never is not in the archive stuff. So they prefer to just go straight to the actual official discs that were released originally.
And considering we're in a day and age when almost any random schmo who has enough tech knowledge can jailbreak a lot of games to, you know, bring and emulate them, making them look even better polished, I refuse to believe that a full-on company can't properly build something up from the ground up. Like, heck, everyone thought Final Fantasy IX was gone, but nope, that finally got its remaster.
That's just the thing, too. Japanese publishers usually, most of them, I mean, Square fortunately got Virtual Studios and they're good enough. But a lot of times Japanese publishers are really bad when it comes to picking developers to remaster their old games. I mean, the only reason Bluepoint did the Metal Gear was because Kojima personally picked them. Yeah.
Alright, now that I activated the water, what I need to do is actually to get back to the levers and actually move the platforms in order to make the water flow.
Hey, a puzzle that actually uses the prince's athletics properly and actually, you know...
I again, Jova, cherish it because again, this is probably the best puzzle in the entire game.
Wait. He gave the death cry while he was alive and climbing.
That's because of the rewind happened like in while he was. It's like counts kind of like pausing the game.
So you're telling me that time also brings with it the sounds of what happened to the current present?
Of course.
Or it's
there you
just
go.
bad programming.
Yeah, for starters, there you go. We need the water to flow like this. So there you go, it's connected there. Then we'll need to move the other platforms. So now, actually, we're almost halfway through with the puzzle. We just need to backtrack from the path that we made, and by coincidence, moving the platform in the right direction also will activate the puzzle. It just spawns mooks. Yeah, this just spawns new mooks, but don't mind them. You don't really need to get around them.
Hey, it was nice of you guys to not attack us while we were working on the puzzle.
Well,
where is he?
yeah, outside of Dahaka, most of the enemies don't bother if you change the platforms. Dahaka is the only real threat that changes you. Jesus,
So why do we even have to worry about those mooks if they're down there and can't reach us?
We need to get back down in order to activate some of the platforms. But here's the thing: is I'm about to show Jove. I think
The
they
mooks
cannot
are
actually.
standing there.
Yeah, the mooks I think cannot attack you if you are in the central zone against the Whittle Diver.
Well, now they're attacking.
Yeah, because I started killing them.
Tio shot first.
That should be the new meme.
We. Yay! God, I hate this game.
Well, I guess, well, people have always said that guy had a split personality.
Huh.
Well, that's what some of the headcanons believe. The fact that the prince was so inconsistent, they pretended he was schizophrenic.
Your time would be better spent seeking sanctuary.
Tips Fedora.
Was that the prince or one of the mooks
Yeah,
saying
it was
that?
the prince actually.
Where were the subtitles?
Now, for the battle banter, it doesn't happen. Unless against some bosses.
It's stupid and inconsistent. Moving on.
Alright, now we need to actually move the final lever and we should be good to go.
And
Oh, the
so
lever
we
prince.
And so we will say goodbye to what is quite possibly the best puzzle in this game.
Rest in peace, best puzzle. We hardly knew you.
Yeah.
No, literally, we hardly knew it. Only that lasts like a minute.
Well, let's just say 10. And with that, the door to the Empress is finally open. Finally.
You could do this thing a little faster, game.
No, Dweebsy, we need the scenery shot, clearly.
But I don't. But it's
There
it's
we
like,
go. Finally.
I don't
Now
even-
we just need to backtrack to the hourglass room, and we should be good to go.
But thankfully we can warp, I think.
No, but the way back it's actually more as much like before. The way back to the hourglass room is much easier to get where, unlike.
Wait, so we open the door and we still have to traverse around this one gate.
No, we don't need to. Again, as I mentioned, I didn't remember this time, but this gate is not for now. It's only for later.
Wait, then why did the
Right.
camera pan over this gate and go all the way down it?
That's because it was following the water movement. It's like the canal, just the sewage system just flows there.
That's incredibly misleading
Apparently,
for a first-time
Kailina told
player.
us that the water pump system is actually connected to the door or some shit. I don't know.
That was so long ago.
Anyway, what will happen in the next part? What we'll do in the next part will be actually get back to the hourglass room and finally confront the Empress of Time.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
See you
yeah.
for that.
Ew.
Yeah.